I test a lot of smartphones for a living. All of them, as a matter of fact. Due to my many years covering the industry and frequent travels between the US and Hong Kong, I have my finger on the pulse on the mobile scene from both the Western and Asian point of view. This means I reviewed not just the most recent iPhone or Google Pixel, but also Chinese brands well known and obscure. I even got my hands on a phone that was in extremely short supply and had the US government curious and cautious: Huawei's Mate 60 Pro. And so, as usual, I'm going to wrap the year by ranking my top 7 favorite phones of the year, an exercise I first started doing in 2017. Keep in mind these are not necessarily the best phones per se, but my favorite to use. Point 7. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. I am a big fan of foldable phones, but the larger book-like version, not the clamshell flip models. At least I didn't used to. As I've written since my very first review of the flip phones years ago, I found that flip phones were annoying to use because the outside cover screen is so small. I had to unfold the phone to do anything of value. This meant I essentially added an extra action, unfolding, before I could do something very simple, like respond, "OK," to a WhatsApp message. Samsung finally fixes the issue by giving us the Flip 5 with a very large outside screen, and very intuitive software that can run any app. This means I no longer needed to open up the phone just to send a short text, or read an email. And the pocket square-like folded form factor is so easy to hold. I have found that I actually prefer to use the outside screen when doing relatively easy tasks like navigating on Google Maps while walking, or quickly checking up on emails. I've always thought Samsung's flip phones were cute, but this year, it's not just cute, but finally practical. I still prefer larger book-like foldables, but the Flip has become Samsung's breakout star in its mobile portfolio. The Oppo Find X6 Pro would be much higher on the list if I had written this a few months ago, but in the last few months, several phones, including from Oppo itself, have launched that overshadowed this otherwise tremendous device. That's the flaw of doing a year-end list, by the way, as phones launching at beginning of the year often get the shaft. The Find X6 Pro, when it launched at the time in February, had the best camera hardware on the market by far. It had the largest image sensor for not just the main camera, but also the ultra-wide and 3x periscope zoom lens. In fact, even now, its camera hardware is among one of the top 3 most impressive. I also love the phone's two-tone back design with a metallic top and faux leather bottom. It's classy, mature, yet stands out and looks like a well-oiled machine. The large image sensors allow the cameras to produce images that are sharper with more dynamic range than most other smartphones on the market.